The next session is Q&A, and right now there's Mr. Chiwi, which he logged in from MalaysiaWills International from Singapore. Chiwi many times, and also I've dealt with him many times, and I'm very confident of his professional advice and advising clients on offshore company formation. So let me introduce Mr. Chiwi, okay? He's an expert panelist today. So he's the CEO of MalaysiaWills International, Singapore. Mr. Chiwi was called to Bar of England and Wales as a barrister at law in 1986 and was admitted as an advocate and solicitor of Singapore. He also has an MBA from Nanyang Business School and is a registered trust and estate practitioner. One thing to really shout out is he joined the British and Malayan Trustee Limited as the CEO in 2005. So BMT, which is British and Malayan Trustee, not many people know because it's Malaysia, but in Singapore a lot of people know about this. It's very famous because it's Singapore's oldest trust company and it's actually listed on the main board of Singapore Exchange. Okay, so very impressive resume. Since March 2008, he has been appointed as CEO of MalaysiaWills Group in Singapore. MalaysiaWills is in the business of will, estate planning and administration of trusts, and management of offshore corporate structure and wealth management. So he also wrote 3 books covering various subjects in wealth management, succession, will and trust. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ivana, for that introduction. And I think you also did very well. In half an hour, I think you gave a very good examples and explanation of how all these offshore companies work.
Okay, is there any benefit to real estate ownership in Malaysia through a Singapore court or possibly Labuan entity as well?
Okay, I can't really catch that question.
Yeah, me too.
When it comes to real estate, sometimes you need to understand firstly whether that real estate could be purchased by a foreigner or a foreign entity. For example, there are some landed properties that are only available to the citizens of the country. So when that happens, you can't use a foreign entity or company to purchase that land. Now, when there are opportunities that are available, for example, if there is a condominium and the developers could sell that to foreigners, sometimes we would consider using an offshore company to take on the ownership rather than the purchaser buying it in his own name.
Yeah.
And there are various reasons why you could do that. One would be as simple as the avoidance of probate in a country. So for example, if we are talking about buying properties in the UK, if you buy it in your individual name and the person died owning the property, to get the asset transmitted to his next of kin, you would have to undertake probate in the United Kingdom. Whereas if you had purchased the property in the company name, then when the shareholder passes on, there isn't a need to engage in a probate in the UK because it is under the perpetual ownership of a company. And another reason would be savings of taxes, for example, inheritance taxes. Whereas an individual will dying owning a property in the UK will have to tackle the aspects of inheritance tax. A company ownership will not have that problem. So back to the question about Hong Kong or Labuan, yes, we have clients who actually form companies using the offshore company to purchase properties, which could be in Hong Kong, in the UK and elsewhere. A Labuan company could also do the job, but we wouldn't be looking at investments of real estate in Malaysia using a Labuan entity, but certainly a Labuan company could be used for purchase of assets outside of Labuan or Malaysia.